And that love from coast to coast, man. Planting them seeds so you know we growing. Believing in us, damn right we know when. Ain't got time for the stress and pain. No time for hate, no time for games. It's time to take it up. Take it up. We gon' take it up. Hey.
Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life. Welcome back to Real Talk for Real Life, where we lead with gratitude and we build with purpose. I'm your host, Sherri Ann, and today we're having a conversation that every woman can relate to: finding gratitude in the midst of change. Change is constant. Sometimes it excites us, sometimes it scares us, but sometimes it breaks us wide open. But one thing I know for sure is that gratitude can become the anchor that steadies us in every season of transition. But before we get into today's topic, I want to let you know that Real Talk for Real Life is being brought to you all today by Women of Dynamic Change, a 501c3 nonprofit. And our mission, in short, is to break down those barriers that keep women from being able to reach their full potential, whether it be mental, spiritual, physical. We're here to provide the education, the resources, the tools, the dynamic connections, the networking opportunities, the workshops, and most importantly, the support to help every woman rise and be able to become the best version of herself. Women, I tell you, all it takes is a mustard seed of faith. Whatever you're going through, just trust and believe that you will move past and you will get through it. Just that mustard seed of faith. Women, you are superheroes. We all have superhero powers. And once we discover what they are and how to utilize them, there is nothing that we won't be able to accomplish. And when we unite with other superhero women, that connection will be so dynamic. I like to say, women, we can do a lot by ourselves, but we can do so much more with other dynamic women. Today, we're going to be talking about gratitude, as this is November, and this is the month of Thanksgiving, where many of us are going to sit at the dinner table and we're going to be asked, what are we thankful for? Or what are we finding gratitude for in this moment? And so gratitude is something that can lead us forward in whatever circumstances that we may be going through. Today, I'm speaking from the experience of a mother, from the experience of a nurse, from the experience of a woman who's had to rebuild her whole entire purpose. And I'm speaking also as the founder of Women of Dynamic Change. This episode is for every woman who is going through something, a change, a challenge, something that's unknown, unfamiliar, something that may be difficult, and something, guess what, that may be painful. Let's walk this journey together of gratitude. When life shifts unexpectedly, our first reaction is usually resistance. We cling to what once was. We want what's familiar to come back because change sometimes is so very uncomfortable. But guess what? Growth doesn't happen in resistance. It happens when we shift our thoughts from why is this happening to me to what is this here to teach me? Or what can I learn from this? Again, change is so uncomfortable. It can feel confusing. It can feel heavy. It can even feel so painful. But gratitude doesn't erase the pain. It just gives the pain purpose. Gratitude is the lens that allows you to see the transformation while you're still in transition. I'm a nurse by trade, a registered nurse, and as nursing has shown me over the years that it is so very powerful, and to be in this position to see how change doesn't discriminate. And I want to let you know that change can happen at any point in our lives. And I've cared for people who have undergone change in an instant. Their life have been changed just with a simple diagnosis. And I've seen it happen to people of all dynamics, people from all backgrounds, people of every age, people of every race, people of every economic level, people of all walks of life. And I've watched life shift in ways that no one can predict. And the beauty of what experience I've received through becoming a nurse and being a nurse over the years is that I've been able to see the approach of how certain people approach their health journey with gratitude and with hope and with resilience. And many times they've experienced the best outcomes possible. Science supports this. A long term study of US female nurses found that women who practice gratitude live longer. Research also shows that gratitude improves your health, it improves your sleep, your immune function, stress response, your mental health, and your overall life satisfaction. So, gratitude is not about pretending, it's about strengthening. And then there's the widowed mom in me, guys. Losing my husband changed my whole entire landscape of my life, emotionally, spiritually, financially, as a mother, as a woman. I had to rebuild my whole entire rhythm, my strength, my identity, and my purpose. There were days that I had to show up strong when I felt I wasn't strong, but I had to show up. And my gratitude is what kept me breathing. It is what kept me going. I had to remember that there was gratitude in those moments that we built a family, that we were able to have a child together, for the love that we share, for the love of God. I had to have gratitude for the strength that was emerging inside of me. Being a widowed mom taught me that gratitude doesn't take away the pain, but it lifts you through what you're going through in the circumstances that you're facing. Gratitude can transform your perspective. It can take fear to faith. It can take loss to lessons. It can take endings to evolution. Maybe that closed door was divine protection. You know how sometimes we get upset because things don't go our way, but instead of looking at it as the end of the world, we can look at it as maybe that next door is going to be something that's more promising and something that's more fulfilling. Maybe that relationship that ended now will allow you time to heal, right? Maybe time for you to see things clearer. Maybe time for you to maybe see things in yourself that you may want to change. Maybe that diagnosis that you receive will be a reminder to slow down and to choose yourself again. So it's all in how we utilize gratitude to allow us to see differently and to have a different perspective when we're going through changes and challenges in our life. Gratitude opens our eyes to the truth when there's so much chaos and confusion. There is something good, something present, something guiding us through it all. But I want to also speak to the moments when we just can't find gratitude. I really want to speak to that because this is real talk for real life. And sometimes we get into those moments where we just can't find gratitude and we just can't be thankful. And those seasons can feel so very hard for us and so very heavy. But where the pain speaks louder than the purpose, we have to understand that there is clarity and we allow the gratitude to speak louder than the pain. Lord, it's too much. Haven't you said that before? Lord, I can't handle it. I need you. And hear me clearly. There's nothing wrong with you if gratitude doesn't come easy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You are human. You're navigating real emotions, real loss, real change, real pain. There were days as a widowed mom when gratitude was not the first thing on my mind. I'm going to keep it real with you. But here's what I learned through my patience and through my own healing process. You don't have to feel grateful to take one step towards gratitude. Sometimes it starts with, I'm grateful I woke up today. I'm grateful for the strength I have yet to feel just yet, right? I'm grateful for that opportunity to see light. I am grateful for one more chance. Gratitude doesn't always start big. It doesn't. And sometimes it starts with a whisper, a breath, a decision to look for light, even when everything seems so dark and when it seems dim. If you're in a season where gratitude feels hard, please know this. You're still growing, you're still learning, you're still becoming, and grace meets you exactly where you are if you allow it. Gratitude isn't perfection, it's practice. Believe me, guys, it is a daily practice for myself through affirmations and just reminding myself to be grateful for everything that I have in the moment, to be grateful for the past, to be grateful for now, and to be grateful for the future. It takes work and it takes practice, but it's those little beginnings that we have to put forward, those steps that we have to put forward in order to understand how gratitude can really change us. I want you to pause, breathe before reacting. I want you to acknowledge, what is it that you're feeling? Are you upset? Are you in pain? Are you hurt? Work through it. Find a way to work through whatever it is that you're experiencing, whether it be through journaling, prayer, Lord, help me, whether it be through reflection or just finding support, maybe from a therapist or a social worker or even a friend, right? Or even a family member. Gratitude threads through every part of this process of pausing, acknowledging, working through what we feel. It gives clarity, right? It gives us an opportunity to ground ourselves, and it gives us the emotional space to, guess what? Move forward. Take the next step. I'll share my story with you all in rebuilding. It's been a long road, and I continue to take the steps that I need to continue to heal. But I had to rebuild everything about my life, my identity, my peace, my strength, and my purpose. Gratitude wasn't instant. It really wasn't. And it had to become intentional for me. I began thanking God for the years that I was allowed to share with my husband, the 20 years. I had to be grateful and understand that the gift of my child, our son, to be grateful for that. I had to understand that God was pouring in me when I couldn't see it, and I had to be grateful for that. He was designing my path when I couldn't see, when things were just so cloudy. And I had to learn to be thankful for all of that. And when I did, things seemed to open and things seemed to become more clear. Those doors opened and the purpose began to be apparent that God was working it out, even when I didn't think He was. The healing journey began with the vision of women of dynamic change. And that is how it was born. It was born through pain, right? And WODC didn't come from perfection. I'm still making mistakes to this day, but I started. I allowed gratitude to lead me. This movement of Women of Dynamic Change is about building a community, giving clarity, and helping every woman find their purpose, and allowing women to see that God has a calling for each and every one of us. Women of Dynamic Change is rooted in gratitude, gratitude for growth, gratitude for sisterhood, gratitude for love, gratitude for wanting to become the best version of ourselves, and even gratitude in the beauty that rises after brokenness. Our mission is simple: to help women grow, heal, lead, and rise together. And then there's Real Talk for Real Life. This also became a part of my healing and a part of my gratitude. Every woman who sits with me on this platform, every story, every truth, every testimony pours something back into myself, and I hope that it also pours back into the audience as well. Real Talk for Real Life reminds me that God restores, that we all rise together as women, and that healing happens in community. Real Talk for Real Life is gratitude in motion. And what makes this platform so very special is the education, the knowledge, and the lived experiences of each guest. These women offer wisdom shaped by real life careers, motherhood, faith, loss, leadership, and resilience. Some bring professional expertise, some bring personal stories, some bring both. Each one teaches, each one empowers, and each one strengthens us. And I'm so very grateful for that. Real Talk for Real Life is not just a conversation, it is a classroom, a place where we learn to grow together and to evolve together. I want you to take a moment and reflect with me. What changes are you facing right now? What are you going through right now? What is this season teaching you? What is one small thing you can be grateful for today? Say it, feel it, hold it. Gratitude is your grounding force. Change is not the end of your story. It's not. It's the beginning of a new chapter, but you have to allow gratitude to allow you to see that. And gratitude is that light that helps you turn the page. I want to say thank you so much for joining me on Real Talk for Real Life today. If this blessed you in any way, share it with another woman who needs encouragement. Always remember to lead with gratitude and build with purpose. Always. I am your host, Sherri Ann, and I want you to stay dynamic. I want you guys to stay grounded. And as I tell you, every real talk for real life, if it's God's will, you will see me again on Real Talk for Real Life. Have a happy Thanksgiving and make sure you all stay safe. See you the next time. Bye now.